I think I'll change, but maybe in my relationships, maybe in my work, and in my self-doubt. Because the research is showing, and I'm going to dig into it right now, is that contrary to belief, in our 40s as men, we can change and adapt. There's maturity psychologically going on. I am in my 40s, I am a best-selling author, I'm a researcher, and I'm going to bring you through it now with Kramer as the #1 researcher, and then we'll have another one, and also I'll give you my takeaway with the bonus later on. So in the research, it found that following 155 adults being researched over a 24-year period, that's a heck of a long time, well, identity, they believe, is actually continuing to develop throughout adulthood. Achieved identity and maturity are very important and are happening in our 40s as men. Of course, in our 40s as well, there is a commitment, and there's a lot more commitments required. Work experiences, family experiences, social experiences, be it good or bad. You might have relationships in and out, and they're coming and going as maybe children, and the costs of children, helping out older adults, and all of the different people you need to manage. However, your self-doubt should not be there. There's a lot of solutions coming up. Now, in a second piece of research, very interesting, complements this. It looks at the 40s as being a time of re-evaluation and growth, specifically exploring men in midlife, and found that many men reported gains rather than it being a time of crisis. Men often experiences greater life security, self-awareness, and stronger relationships and broader life perspectives. Now remember, relationships are key to everything, even in work. But if you're self-doubting still, these are the takeaways from the research. #1, try to accept that identity can evolve. You are a changing biological feature in this planet Earth in your 40s. Okay, you might feel old, but your identity and how you see and self-perceive yourself is so important, and it can evolve. Leadership identity is not fixed. You want to be that leader in life or in work, in your career. You can develop. Now's the time to do it, because growth continues in adulthood. It's a fact. It's in this research. So reinvention is normal. It's not failure. It's okay to fail even in our 40s. So stop leading within your life, within your work, within your career from an outdated version of your perception of what other people thought and what society thought. No, it's gone. The research is saying very differently in the modern time. Your 20s and 40s require a different set of perspectives, sure, but these are times to reflect. You're 20 years down the line now. So what have you done in your 20s and 30s? What do you want to do in your 40s, 50s, and 60s? You can reinvent yourself now. Old success formulas may no longer fit. And so you can use what you have right now, the state of the world, the state of everything in your life, and go with it from here. Leadership should evolve with experience, using that experience. That experience is better than any qualification. It's better than all the failures you've ever seen and others that have turned around, because it's yours. Your experiences and learning from others in life, not just in work and career, but everything in your personal life, bundle it all in together, take it from the pot to solve this solution of self-doubt. Now, you need to audit where your identity comes from. Right prior to clicking on this video, I'm very thankful that you did, you had a specific take on your identity. Ask whether your worth depends on career, on your personal life, or on whatever angle. What really, when we get down to the nitty-gritty of it, what is that part of your identity, that seed that you feel you cannot change? What is it? That's the most important thing. The rest around it, though, can be shaped. Separate role from your identity. This is just a job. Even if you're a leader, it doesn't matter. It's just a job. Build broader foundations of confidence. Then you're going forward. If you just decided today after this video, well done you if you do, because your identity is what you dictated to be. Therefore, going forward, you're actually improving, your confidence will improve too. Expand life beyond your work life. Multiple problems in midlife or in your 40s often shift priorities. I get it. But if you take them as opportunities, like the Chinese say, I'm not going to say it in Chinese, I'm afraid, then you're beginning to see and use your experience. That's an experienced decision and way to reflect and be pensive on this right now. And then the self-doubt is going away. Relationships become increasingly meaningful in midlife. Whatever's there, you've got to pull it together towards you. Leadership strength grows from broadening life experiences. Build self-awareness intently If you only give yourself a period every day where you need to pressurize yourself to just build a self-awareness in some way, it can be a hobby. You've often seen, say, in The Office, the guy with the little golfing putter, and he's trying to put it in the little hole, and saw it in the 80s and the movies and that. But that, little things like that, and give you little breaks where you can look at your self-awareness, are going to help you, because reflection increases clarity. Journaling is one thing that reveals patterns about yourself. You'd be surprised what you write down, plus it's private to you and you only. Awareness strengthens decision-making capabilities. Try to also use your relationships as leadership resources. Not only the person, look, everybody's looking at what's in it for me, but look at it from the other person's point of view. Those people will really get back to you. They'll really reinforce your thought pattern, what you're thinking, your leadership dogma is. If you pull them in a different way, help them out in their personal life, for example. Strong connections within your relationships improve your resilience. Now look, if you're enjoying the video so far, please like it. That's a given, please. And also comment so I can help you personally through this video. And then subscribe and we'll give you more. Now, reinterpret midlife questions in a different way. Questions create opportunity. Who am I? Dear God, who are you? I don't know. You're watching this video. If you can't, I know, of course. But there's not a crisis in your life if you can't answer that question right now, because identity is moving. Reflection signals development. Instead, try to develop previously neglected strengths. This is where you look back and you go, all right, you know what, I'm actually quite good at that. Let's make a simpler road here forward and use what I'm good at. Midlife may expose underdevelopment as well. Skills can be learned. Skills don't have to take forever to learn. Emotional intelligence matters. You're that little bit older. People can see it, right? They know it. So have that deeper connection emotionally and balance strengths with new skills. It's great to learn, but remember, you have strengths that are already there. Perhaps you haven't tapped into. You perhaps ignored it. Maybe your father, mother, or somebody denounced it when you were younger. Maybe you chose to walk away from it, but for whatever reason, it's there. Use your abilities and try to also become more comfortable with the uncertainty. Remember, you've gone through a hell of a lot of setbacks before, even self-doubting. You know how you reacted. Now, you might not have reacted properly or well indeed. You may have lost out, but that's experience. You won't repeat that. If you don't repeat everything that you've done in the past that's got you to this point in the present, well, then your future will be rosy because you'll do the opposite of it. Identity growth can feel uncomfortable. I get it. But it's between you, yourself, and your two ears. Temporary confusion often precedes clarity. So you might have to go out and put things, I mentioned a journal, out, draw them out. And that might take a while. You might even have to scrap the paper and get a new journal. But it'll get you to where you want to do the new identity bit and go forward with that. Leadership confidence grows throughout the adaptation process. When you're adapting, you're going to a new, better identity and you're springboarding from there. Now you need to redefine your success around what this new identity is. And this new identity has to have meaning. You've come to this video. I'm so thankful that you have had. But achievement alone rarely satisfies long term. You know that at this stage. You've come to it for a certain reason. So there's something deeper there that's needed. Purposes create energy. So maybe you need to redefine your purpose. Whatever was even good a year ago mightn't be good right now. So meaning sustains leadership confidence. My own takeaway is try to not look at this identity formation or readaptation of the identity towards becoming someone new. That's all kind of flowery and stuff. No, rather allow yourself to grow into who you are becoming.
Thanks for watching. Please like this video. If you subscribe, comment to say that you have, and we'll look after you.